the CEO for Disability Snowsport UK. The organisation started under another name 30 years ago and has developed over those 30 years, and we have now combined many different smaller charities into an umbrella organisation which is Disability Snowsport UK, DSUK for short. The aim of the organisation is to offer to anybody with any kind of disability the opportunity to join in a sport that they can do really well. We have dedicated instructors for adaptive instruction, which is teaching disabled people to ski and snowboard. There's been a wide range of equipment developed over the last 30 years, and some of them you sit down in, some you can ski independently, some you ski with helper, volunteers, or with our qualified instructors. So there isn't anybody really that cannot experience being on the snow.
This is a bi-ski. It has two skis underneath and then it leans from side to side. A range of disabilities can be in the bi-ski, from cerebral palsy, spina bifida, MS, muscular dystrophy and spinal cord injuries. I can be holding on to the back and steering people, or they can use the riggers or the handheld riggers to turn. So even if somebody is paralysed up here, they can still turn this piece of equipment, feel the freedom, get around the mountain and be the same as everybody else who's skiing.
At the Chill Factor we get around 1,000 people a year coming through our programme at the moment here, and we're hoping to increase that by bringing another instructor in. We're starting programmes at Hemel Hempstead ski slope and in the central belt of Scotland, which helps us similar numbers of people.
We have local groups that run all around the country on the dry slopes. They're vital to what we do. They meet maybe once or twice a month at dry slopes, at the indoor snow ski slopes, and they're run by dedicated volunteers, and without them we just couldn't run our organisation.
Hi, my name's John Curry. I'm a volunteer helper out here in Big Bear, California. It feels much more like skiing than doing charity work, and for me that's the most important thing. Give something back but get something yourself.
We don't get any government funding. We rely heavily on trusts and foundations, and we set up events to try and get participants to fundraise for us, but basically it's shaking a tin. Our activities have grown enormously over the last 10 years. We organise trips all around Europe and North America, providing ski instruction and snowboard instruction with all the specialised equipment required.
Are you ready?
When we go to America, because they have adaptive ski schools in place, we use those facilities, so it actually helps us to save money.
It costs us around £500,000 a year to run the charity, and also for programmes such as our Schools and Youth programme, for the British Disabled Ski Team, for the elite racers, and for our local groups, which are a network of recreational skiing groups that operate across the country.
We also have the remit for the racing in the UK. That's through from development to the Paralympic team. We have to have our recreational programme so that we can feed these athletes through to the top of the game to become the elite of the country.
My name's Dave Chugg. I'm currently the development officer for the British Disabled Ski Team. I got involved in skiing after I had an accident in 1995. I had a paragliding accident, fell about 60 feet and damaged my spinal cord. The great thing about skiing in a sit ski is that you're on absolutely even footing with everybody else. So you can go as fast as them down the mountain, you can do everything they can do, you can go wherever they can go. Before I discovered skiing, it was a very difficult time for me because basically I'd gone for quite an active life, paragliding and doing various sports, to one where I suddenly found that I was unable to do that kind of thing, and my life was limited in lots of ways. So it's a real breath of fresh air when you find yourself able to go anywhere you want to. Once you're out of your wheelchair and into your sit ski, you really don't need any help at all. And this is an amazing confidence booster to people, because they find that really there are no limits for them anymore.
I have the most admiration for blind skiers, because you have to have such an enormous amount of bottle to just point yourself downhill and rely on somebody in front of you shouting out instructions to get down the hill. I know from having spoken to a lot of blind skiers that they do it for the same reasons as me. It's the adrenaline rush, it's the independence, it's doing something that people don't expect you to do. One of the best moments for me was after I'd got into my monoski and I went off to the ski lift and I looked behind me and I could see the wheelchair just sat on the snow behind me. You leave your disability behind with that wheelchair.
Woody, why do you like snowboarding so much?
Just because it's so good. Oh, I can't get enough of it. I think it's a great sport.
Well, I love it because all my friends are here to learn to ski with all the skiing projects to learn.
It's the best exercise out. It's fun exercise and it's something I can actually do.
It gives me away skiing in the snow every winter, and it gets me away from the dreary weather in England.
Because I go fast and I like the speed, doing turns.
It's fun and it's something I can do with my disability, and it gets me away, and it's fun with DSUK.
We've got a lad, Stuart, that's been with us since he was 17. He's now 42. He has cerebral palsy that affects all four limbs. He finds it very difficult to walk without aid now, and then you pop him into his skis and you'll be amazed to see that gravity actually helps Stuart.
I like skiing with the DSUK because it makes me a bit more independent and I'm able to enjoy the sport of skiing. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, keep everything right.
I'm Pete Hemingway. My accident was a motorbike getting run over by a wagon, and 2 years later they cut my leg off. Those were the worst 2 years of my life. I found the same organisation as Dave. They're a charity that would teach absolutely anyone with any disability to ski. If you can nod your head, they will get you skiing. They are just an amazing organisation. I see there being no bars for me there. I can do that as well as anyone. So whether I have to adapt the equipment or myself to be as good as anyone, but I'm definitely not disabled, I'm definitely not handicapped. So I'm just a one-legged skier.
I get a chance to go out and help with the disabled ski team on the slopes, and now I've headed up a development initiative helping to get youths and adults into the ski team. This started in 2008. And we've got a really good crop of youngsters and adults coming through on that side, and they're going to form the backbone for the new team in 2014.
I think people just see skiing as a luxury sport, but what it does from a disabled person is massive. From a therapeutic side, it has unlimited benefits. From the physical side, balance, working the muscles. Physios love us because they actually can see the benefit of the whole body being used. It's a massive confidence boost.
The ethos of our charity is that everyone should be able to access skiing and they shouldn't be limited by their disability.
If I can do it, anyone can.